Now today we're going to take on one of the more unusual projects we've ever attempted. It's called a nest of drawers. 10 drawers of varying sizes in a case. Now you could set it on a table, or you could actually hang it from a wall and make a table out of it. I'll show you the antique original in just a minute, right here on the New Yankee Workshop. Of 1/8 of an inch, I've made a 1/8 inch shim so that the pieces will be flush to one another. Now I'm going to make the dados using a router and a guide. Now we'll just move the clamp over to the other end and route that one out. Now once again, I'll move my guide, and this time I'm just going to make a 1/4 inch groove in the bottom piece. Now I'm going to make an adjustment to the router depth down to 1/8 of an inch and make the last pass. What I have here is a ganged up group of the partitions, and I've just nibbled away the notch which will fit into that stop dado. Now what I want to do is reclamp the pieces and then nibble the other corner out. Now for the 2 center partitions that are stacked one over each other. I want to just take off 1/8 of an inch. Now there's one more notch to make, and that's in the end of the middle shelf to fit around the stop dado of the end piece. And since the piece is so large, it's easier to do it with my little dovetailing saw. Well, now we can start some assembly. I'm just using glue on all the gluable surfaces. I'm going to lower the finger assembly so it's nice and tight to each piece and lock it in position. Now what I have to do is slide the drawer front up against the stop that I installed, making sure it's nice and tight, and we'll clamp it in position. Okay, now what I want to do is flip the finger assembly over to the other side and set the dial to the thickness of the side pieces. So once again, 3/8 of an inch. Now using the same procedure with the router, I'll cut out the pins. Okay, let's check the fit. Just going to take some sandpaper and knock off the burrs. That's good. Now, to do the other end, once again, I want to keep in mind that the groove has to be up. Spin the piece around, slip it in, and repeat the process. Now we're ready to mill the through dovetails that'll join the draw sides to the draw back. The first thing I did was to take the template for the dovetailing jig and flip it end for end. So now it's in the through dovetail mode. I'm going to set each side piece in the jig, again with the inside of the piece facing out, and clamp it in position. I'm going to mill all the tails first. The procedures are exactly the same as those that I used when I made the case, except that I'm using a slightly smaller dovetailing bit. All right, we're almost done with...
Chevy Venture now has available seating for 8. Perfect for when you're expecting the unexpected. Now choose 0% financing or $1,000 cash back on a Chevy Venture. See your dealer today. Chevy Venture. Let's go.
It looks like you're blushing.
I thought it was acne, but at my age?
I always felt like people were staring at me. People kept asking me if I had